Ring ring.
Hello?
Hi, I'm the group accounts manager for the Chicago Blackhawks. My name is Dominick Fitzgerald. The reason I'm calling is I'm looking for the person who would plan group outings at your business.
What you mean?
Well, who organizes group outings for the company? It could just be a group activity or maybe a fundraiser. Who would handle those activities?
Oh, I got you. That's my boss, Joe Julian. I got you. I'll transfer you over right now.
Hello, this is Joe.
Hello, Joe. I was connected to you as the person who coordinates group outings for State Farm. I'm the group accounts manager for the Chicago Blackhawks. My name is Dominick Fitzgerald. I wanted to spend just a few minutes to learn more about what type of outings you do.
Sounds good, Dominic. What kind of questions do you have?
How many Blackhawks games have you been to in the past?
I've been to two. They're a really good time.
Awesome. I'm glad you enjoy them. I'd like to ask you a few questions to better understand what type of group outings your organization usually does, and see if there is something that might be exciting for your group to come out to a Blackhawks game.
Ooh, yeah, that sounds interesting.
Can you give me an idea what type of events you have done in the past and what criteria is most important to you?
Well, we usually do two group outings a year for our office in Chicago, and we like to reward our employees for working so hard. Last year we went to a nice bowling alley and a Cubs game. The most important thing is for it to be fun and on a weekend, pretty much.
Absolutely. As you know from experience, Blackhawks games are a lot of fun and exciting, and we play a lot of weekend games. Could you tell me a little more about those experiences? What did you like and dislike about those experiences, and what would you do to make the experience better?
Well, I loved having great food and drinks at those previous outings, but I didn't like that the food and drinks were not all-inclusive. The bill was a lot higher than I expected, and the experience would have been better if there was a set price on how much the night would have costed beforehand.
I understand. How many people attended? Did you include sponsors and families, or would you consider that a good turnout? And how many total members do you have?
We had about 35 people attend those outings, and we let them bring one guest. I would consider it a good turnout if we had 50 employees at our Chicago office.
That is fantastic. What are the goals you like to accomplish with your outings?
I think the biggest goal is to make our employers feel appreciated during the outing.
I totally agree with that. What time of year does your group prefer to do the outings?
It doesn't really matter to us.
All right, cool. Our season runs from October to April. If you were going to do an outing with the Blackhawks, what time frame would fit best with your group?
I think I'd say late March or early April could work.
We definitely have games then. When you do an outing, who usually pays for it? Do the members pay, or does the company pay, or is it just like a split tab?
The company definitely pays for it.
Okay. Is there a price range you'd like to stay within to fit the members' budgets, or do you typically include the cost of food with the outing?
We like to stay under 10,000, and we typically do not have food or drink included, but that's something we're looking into for the future.
When you do an outing, how do you promote it? Do you use email, flyers, newsletters, or how would we get the word out and the information in the hands of every single member of your organization?
We send an email memo out to each employee and put a flyer up in our break room.
How are decisions made for outings? Do you decide? Is there a committee, or do you have to present anyone? How long would that decision process take?
I make all the final decisions.
Okay. So based on what you told me, I have a terrific idea for you. Here's what we could do for you, Joe. You're interested in bringing employees out in late March or early April on a weekend? I would recommend the first Sunday in April. We play the Boston Bruins, which is a rematch of the 2013 Stanley Cup Final, and is also our last home game of the season. We can arrange some great seats for you in the 200-level Lexus Club. It's one of the best views in the stadium. You can see the entire ice while still being close enough to the action. Each ticket costs $150, which is your price range. If you like, for an extra $10 each ticket, we can include food and a drink. Your employees would have an amazing time, and we can reserve your seats for just a $100 deposit right now. Does this sound like an outing your group would enjoy?
Well, I gotta tell you, Dom, I loved everything about that idea. But if everyone in the company went and they brought a guest, it would probably be too much money for our budget.
I can understand that, but I had a couple other clients with the same situation, and they found a different solution. The other employees pay for part of that ticket, and I can help by providing marketing materials to get the word out. Our lowest price seats are $67. Would your members be willing to pay that amount for a night out?
I think for a Blackhawks game, they definitely would.
All right, terrific. Now, to keep those seats in the 200 Lexus level club, you could just collect a $67 fee from your employees, and you'd be under your budget you mentioned earlier.
That sounds correct. Awesome. Sounds great. I say let's do this.
Terrific. I'm glad you think this will be fun. All we need to do is place your order, and to hold the seats is for you to put a $100 deposit down right now. The final payment is due 2 weeks before the event. What credit card would you like to use for the deposit?
We'll use the company's card for the deposit, and we should be able to pay for the full full price once we know how many people are attending.
Perfect. It was great talking to you today, Joe. Could I just get your email to send a confirmation with all the details?
Yeah, do you got a pen?
Yeah, I do.
Awesome. It's Joe, not Jake, from State Farm at statefarm.com, actually.
All right, thank you, Joe. You have a great day. Goodbye.
Have a good one. Bye, Don.